Up in the Air is a movie about a man who fires people for a living and collects air miles religiously. And I myself, an obsessed flyer, and I collect miles obsessively myself. So I had kind of an instant connection with the book, and I thought it would be very interesting to humanize a guy like Brian Bingham. It took me a long time to write. I wrote it for 6 years, but once we started making it, it happened very quick. I think I made the whole movie in like 8 months. Well, you know, when I started writing the film, we were in an economic boom. It was good times, and I wrote the film as corporate satire. But as the world began to change, I had to, you know, the script had to change with it. So I tried to tonally make the firings more authentic to the times, and we actually used real people who lost their jobs in the film to reflect that. Sure, you know, we were shooting in St. Louis and Detroit, which are the two cities that got hardest in the US, and we put ads out in the paper saying we were making a documentary about job loss. And people sent in photos and essays, and we chose 100 people, of which 25 are in the finished film. They would sit at a desk, we would interview them for about 10 minutes, and then we would ask if we could fire them on camera. Lots of money. No, I'm just kidding. I asked him, and I was very fortunate that the script connected with him. I don't know. I think that obviously there's an interesting connection between Ryan Bingham and George Clooney's persona. And certainly when George read it, he said that he understood there was going to be people who saw links between him and the character, and he was ready to look that straight in the eyes. Anna Kendrick is wonderful, and I saw her in this movie Rocket Science, and I thought she was just kind of a revelation. You know, Anna is a unique voice to her generation, and for me spoke to me the same way Ellen Page spoke to me when I found her for Juno. It's exciting to work with someone at the beginning of such a great career. Her career, not my career, I mean. What I like about Vera, I mean, first of all, she is a woman among girls, and there's very few American actresses who are women anymore. In addition to that, she has a way of balancing femininity and masculinity at the same time. She has no problem being kind of aggressive with her sexuality, and you know, a moment later, still kind of being feminine. And she had to walk a kind of tonal tightrope that I could trust with her and nobody else. That's actually something that kind of comes easy to me, and I think each director has something that they can do well. Some directors know how to shoot very well, you know, some directors know how to light very well. You know, for whatever reason, tricky tonal films are what I do well. Anytime we shot in an airport was challenging. The logistics are impossible. You have to get everything through security. You have to put the actors through security. You know, you have to provide your own electricity. The crowd control, as you can imagine, in an airport is insane, particularly when you have George Clooney in the middle of a set. So, shooting in airports. Glocal is a sad idea. Glocal, you know, in a corporate definition is you know, taking you everywhere, but it actually takes you nowhere. Glocal, for me, is the destruction of the community. My favorite scene in the movie is when Vera Farmiga and Anna Kendrick talk to each other about what they each are looking for in a man. It's a scene that my wife half wrote, and I just adore it. I think it'll be the best scene I ever make. Sure. I'm adapting a book by Joyce Maynard, the author of To Die For, and I'm working with Jenny Lumet, the writer of Rachel Getting Married, on a screenplay. I love Laura Linney. I love Rachel McAdams. I love Joan Allen. I love Matt Damon. I don't know. There's so many. Mostly, I'd like to keep on working with the actors I've already worked with. In my backpack, my wife, my daughter, and all the movies I've never seen.